attack, family, by the man.
He came to heal the broken hearted.
Raw, uncut, uncensored.
Y'all call it cheating.
What you call it?
This man
made a
we
mistake.
call it cheating. Most people can't even be honest in their relationship, and I don't even know how you call that a relationship if you can't tell the darn truth.
Good evening, Faith family. This is your boy, Dr. J from KJLH 102.3 and streaming live here on Facebook. Dr. J, the counselor, man. You know, it's Sunday. It's that time. You see her, I see you, Percy. Holla at your boy. Now I always mess up her name, Newton. Man, what's going on, girl? I need a nickname. Cheryl, I see ya. Man, I'm so excited to be here this amazing Sunday. It's a great day. Bishop, Lady J, what's going on?
Look, it's good to be in the studio. Literally, we slid in here, you guys, from LAX airport, like the 5 heartbeats. So, look, I was almost getting ready to sing that song, but I don't like the words. That's a Temptation song. Amen. But it's a blessing to be here. I'm excited to be in a position where we're getting ready to spit some real truth to the people out there.
All day, man. Listen, man, we excited. Bishop, what's going on, fella?
I was sitting here just thinking that she said she slid in. Right on time. Right on, like going into first base. It's a blessing to be here. And I want to say to all of the listeners that Jesus is still Lord, and I'm excited about today with the subject we're going to have.
Already, man. Listen, we're already up to 229 people on live streaming live with us. So, man, listen, man, our KJLH followers, man, not only tune in by radio, go to our site, Dr. J the Counselor, man, or to our social media. You can follow us on there. You can see what's going on here at the studio. It don't get no realer than this. It's raw and uncut, and it definitely is uncensored because guess what? American Airlines, I got to talk to y'all. Stop playing. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of uncomfortable wearing the jersey on the plane. I'm just saying. But I'm excited, man. We got a hot topic for y'all tonight. This is for Sunday, so I'm excited that we're doing the locker room every fourth Sunday, but tonight is co-ed.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
It's not fellas only. It's ladies and fellas. And then I got my homegirl rocking with me today, Lacey. What's going on, girl?
Hey, Dr. J and Lady J and the Bishop. Glad to be here.
Who you rocking? What you got on?
You know, I had to rock for my baby, Concordia University,
College.
the Eagles.
Look here. Look, Lacey said, I am in the locker room.
I'm in the locker room.
I ain't mad at you. Listen, I don't know who Concordia is. I think it's great. Or what have you. You know what I mean? That must be a West Coast thing. I ain't mad at y'all. You know what I'm saying? I would send a shout out to my school, but
Don't do it. KD.
The reunion coming up, so my age.
Look,
KD.
KD, look here. You know he said he's still a millennium. What's going on, KD?
Man, I can't call it, man. I'm just happy to be here, y'all, man. I was out there in the streets and almost got caught up in a tornado out here in this Ohio streets, man. But, you know, the Lord saved me. He saved me. So
You down for the cause. Good job. You down for the cause.
You ready to see Jesus, so, you know, just go ahead and take one of them braids and dreads and tie down and believe God for the best. Y'all, we talking about the locker room tonight. It's going to be a hot one, y'all. I want you to make sure you call in. I told you we do this show, man, not only to hear great information, man, and certainly heal and be inspired, but also it gives you a voice, man, and we're going to talk about that. This is a place where you can call and you can share your truth, live your truth. Make sure you call in tonight, 310-520-5554. Again, 310-520-5554. Also, if you want to connect with your boy, not only can you hit us up on social media, but you can text me at 66866. Type in Meet Dr. J. Don't put no period on it or anything. You know, grammatically put it incorrect. Absolutely. Meet Dr. J. And I promise you're going to connect to your boy, and we got some great things coming to you, and we're always going to keep you informed. So it's an amazing show tonight. We had a great one last week, and we're looking forward to tonight. Y'all, we already up to 830 live streaming here with us, man. So I want to appreciate you, share from my heart to yours. We love y'all. Thank you for following. Thank you for allowing us to live our truth and be real, have real talk. Renee, I see you, man. You know what I mean? They're all online. Jesse, I got you. Lacey, you right here. What you doing? Doug, what's up, man? But listen, y'all, we're talking about the locker room. So what we're going to do, man, we're going to go to commercial, all right? When we return from commercial, we're getting all the way into it. What is it to be in the locker room, y'all? Y'all holler at your boy. We'll be right back. Welcome back to KJLH 102.3, Dr. J, the counselor, man. Listen, we're talking about the locker room tonight. I'm getting ready to throw it to the streets, man. if he ain't get toted off by the tornado yet. Hello, and probably was just a hurricane. He don't really know what the difference between a hurricane and a tornado. So we gonna see what that look like. But the thing is, y'all, is that I've learned. You know, I grew up in church all my life, and they had this amazing show that came out, Bishop, probably about a couple years back, and it was amazing. Don't get me twisted, because I want to honor Tony Evans' daughter that was a star in that. But they did the War Room, the War Room, and that's amazing, man. And I knew what we meant by the War Room, because that's just a prayer closet.
That's right.
And even as a church boy, I found that, y'all, that most of us, if you know what that is, and if you don't, it's cool too. You understand what I'm saying, is before I ever went to the prayer closet or a war room, I went into a couple locker rooms.
That's right. That's right.
I went into a couple locker rooms, and there's some things that went down in the locker room. The locker room is befitting for your everyday person all the way to the White House.
All right.
Even Trump had locker room banner.
Watch it.
So we gonna have some real dialogue about what's going down in the co-ed locker room tonight. So I'm gonna throw it all the way to Kevin right now, to KD, the voice man that hollers and tells us what's going on in the streets.
Man, Doc, what's up with you, man? Lady J, what's going on? Bishop, I see you, man,
yes,
in
sir.
the building. Yo, man. Doc,
what's up, baby?
I've been talking to a few people after this tornado now. I do have one topic I want to throw at you, but I ain't going to do it tonight because I think this could be another segment here. But, as I was talking to these folks, we're talking about throwing a flag on the play. We're in the locker room, so we're talking about them feeling stuck in their relationship. So I talked to a young man, and the young man was telling me, he's feeling like he's stuck in a relationship, don't want to get out of it because of the fact that he's too, and you got to help him out, Doc. And lady, I got one for you too now. Now, the guy say that he feels stuck in this relationship because he's too scared to move along, to start over, to get into something new. So that's why he's stuck in just sticking alone and dealing with the foolishness that he got to go through with this young lady. And now, lady, I got one for you that I really need for you to address, because this young lady, I don't know what she was thinking about, but this is real talk now. Come
on, bring it to us.
It's better to have a half a man than have a no man at all. So she with the man that she got, even though he's doing what he's doing, she'd rather just stick in there because she know what she's getting.
Okay.
And the fellow said,
Look here. We're going to call a timeout.
We're going to go ahead and put that phone number out there, 310-520-5554. So, y'all, let y'all know the rules of the night, all right? So, when you got something to chime in on, the key to get the whistle, y'all, is put me in, coach. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
So the first thing of it is, we got one man, y'all, that we finna throw around. D, holla at me now about this, that he's in a relationship. Give it back to us, KD. Now, he in a relationship, and what's the deal with him?
But he's in a relationship, and he want to get out of it, but the problem is, he don't want to start over with something new and find himself in the same situation again.
There it is. Who want to get in the game? Who want to get in the game on that?
I'm going after. I want to be put me in, coach, for the woman. The half a man.
Let's go.
First of all, I see people calling in 310-520-5554. I want the women to call in and say that we don't want no half of no man. I just need like 5 women to support me. Then I'm not looking for half a man. This is a relationship show. Dr. J, you are transparent, but you're a Christian. And so I like to deal with the fact of things from a Christianity perspective. What woman want a half a man? Not a woman of God who has an expectation from her God. That's not what I want. I want a whole man.
Yvonne Barnes said, put me in, coach. I see y'all. Jensen, put me in, coach. Toya, I see you. Hey, people. I know, put me in, coach. The social media going wild, y'all.
We got to call. Somebody said, put me in. We got to call her. You are on live with Dr. J, the counselor. We putting you in. You got 30 seconds. Caller, you're live. What's your question or comment?
Okay, in the locker room, it's sweaty. It's a little smelly at times. And it's an exhaling moment for a lot of us.
Okay.
Got you.
I like it.
I like where she's going.
Yeah.
I like it.
So then here it is. Let me throw this out here, and then we'll get back to answering the voice deal. In the locker room, man, what you'll learn is that when you open up the lockers, even if you got a new uniform, new clothes on, things of that nature, every now and again you got some smelly socks.
Okay.
Smelly stuff. And what I found out, man, when you're in a real deal locker room, is you can have new stuff, but if you got stinky stuff in it, your new stuff will get the stench. What do you do when you're new and you're ready to move forward, but that old stinky stuff keep coming up?
Okay, we're talking about the locker room.
What do you do with the brothers who's ready to move forward and say, yes, I cheated. I did. Yes, I was had poor behavior, poor character, poor integrity, but I'm ready to move forward. And then, not to be biased, what do you do with the sisters say, you know what? Now, I'm going to play the advocate on this thing or whatever. I was a good woman. And I stood by my man, things of that nature, and they hurt me, and I'm tired, so I'm running game.
My sister said, put her in, coach.
Get in the game.
So this is the deal. If you're transparent and you're saying, I did cheat, I was a bad man, and you're really making a change, there's going to be some fruits that are going to be different.
Preach.
We're going to actually be able to see that change. So it's not going to just be talk.
Coach.
What's up, baby?
My girl was spitting the truth.
No idea how that can stop. That's live radio for you sometimes.
Live radio.
Look, you said put me in, coach.
I did.
Go ahead, D.
I agree with Lacey. I think there should definitely be, if you say sorry and you say you did these things, there should be some fruit so that I can tell you're changing.
Yes.
You're not just talking.
The phones are locked down. Just forget somebody, David.
Listen, 310-520-5554. Listen, if you call in here and you holler at your boy now, you got to get in the game, all right?
Let's go to Nick.
Nick said, put me in, coach.
Nick,
You're
you're
live with
live.
Dr. J. What's your question or comment?
There's no question, comment. First of all, the way I was raised, my parents were clean freaks. So the way I was raised, I would not allow any dirty socks. I'd rather hire someone privately to take care of my dirty socks. But a real man knows how to treat a queen the way she's supposed to be treated. There's no ifs and buts, especially if God is in the picture. God was always going to allow you to do the right thing. So I'm hearing you guys. I love the topic. I love how you guys sound like a big old family. But you have to understand there's certain individuals that do not fall for that dirty socks.
I love it. The brother called in and said, look here, I'm not taking no dirty socks to the locker room. But he said something his parents did not allow him to, which means that before he was prepared when he got ready to go into the locker room. I could preach that. We got the lines are locked down, Doc. You're on live with Dr. J, the counselor, Rhonda. He putting you in the game. What's your question and comment?
My comment is, I'd rather be by myself any day, all day, every day, than to have half a man.
That's my sister. Girl, call and hold it down. Let's be clear.
Man and beat him down. Don't have me up here.
My girl said I would rather be by myself. Can everybody Facebook that's chiming in because y'all going crazy? Let me say this to you all. I think what, Katie?
Sure about that.
Katie, a real woman is very comfortable with waiting on God.
Wait. Now, I got somebody on here, y'all. Anna say, you talking about, you came to the locker room prepared, sir. All right, your socks clean. She said, so did you go through the washer and the dryer, or did you just free breeze it?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is, y'all, we got to play advocate all the way around. We got to be fair. The truth of the matter is, how in the world did you get in the game and keep your socks clean?
You can't.
You can't.
You know what I mean? What
That's
game did you play?
That's good stuff.
What world are we in? Because if that's so, now we got some people right here. You can pan this bad boy. He licensed. He been bishop in these. Put
me in, coach.
Then if that's so, put me in, coach. I got you coming. And then if that's so, then why is it the divorce rate in the church,
Yeah.
not too long ago was higher than the secular world.
Okay.
However, now it has reduced, but it's still high.
Okay,
Military's high, the secular world's high, or what have you, and the church, listen, it's still high.
Right.
You
know
going?
what I'm saying?
You going
David,
in the
come on.
game?
All
In
I'm
the
saying
game.
is, so the type of athlete or person that has a pair of socks on, goes in the game, and they don't get smelly, they're the people playing video games. They're the people sitting on the couch not doing nothing. You're not doing no work.
That's good.
You're playing with your thumbs are doing all the work. I think KD had something to say.
KD, what's up? You in the game, baby?
Hey, the only way they can do that, doctor, they got to have on 2 pair of socks. You know what I'm saying?
The man said they gotta have on 2 pair of socks.
And others stay clean.
Okay, we're gonna go to the callers because I know somebody got something to say. They said put me in, coach, on line 2. Caller, you're on live with Dr. J, the counselor. You in the game?
Hi, my name is Velvet, and basically, I was an only child, so I never shared no room or nothing. I ain't got no need to just have somebody sitting up under me because he's somebody. I just like to be with positive people, and if we can't add anything to each other's life, I don't care if it's a man or a woman. I'm not going to be around you. I don't have time.
She's in the locker room. So thank you for your comment. I'm gonna say this. Doc talked to me, of course, on the airway here. At the end of the day, how many of you feel like you're stuck and you're not going anywhere? And you've been praying and you've been asking God to move your life forward.
Throw a flag on the play.
Throw the flag.
Tech. Tech. We got to be real. There's a tech, because what we calling out right now, and Bishop, I'm going to throw this at you now, is talk to these people about, listen, if you have been dating someone more than 3 years and there's been no conversation of future, or it's conversation like we're going to get to, but it's always something, it's never getting to the point to what's the plan, where we're going with this. And let me say this right here. Let me just go ahead and stretch it in. If you if you pass 5 years, and if you certainly pass 10, there's people that are in relationships.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And have been holding on, and they're stuck. They're stuck. Love the man to death, but they're stuck. There's no progression. What's up?
Okay, anyone that would be in a relationship that long with no promises, you don't have to be in God but one day. You come to God one day, he make you 1,000 promises. And you can be with a man for 5 years or a woman for 5 years and get no promises. If you can't get no promises, you don't get nothing here. It's time to get out of it. It's time for you to move on. And I'm talking about girlfriend, boyfriend, I ain't talking about husband and wife now.
Get it.
So the next thing is, there are several rooms. The Bible talk about the upper room.
Come on.
Now, when you go in the upper room, you go to pray. You don't go to play, you go to pray. Then you have the prayer room. And when you go in the prayer room, that's when you're serious, because that's the war room when you go in and start praying. And we're talking about the locker room.
Yes, sir.
It's time to get clean, people. Come clean. If you're going to talk to us, come clean. Let's know what is going on in your life.
That's why you got Bishop in the front of your name. You know what I'm saying? Because what he's saying was, for those who ever got dirty, we ain't talking to the clean folks, for the folks who actually been playing in a grimy game and it's been rough out there, he said it's time to come in and take a shower.
Well, listen at this. Listen at this. When Jesus went into the room, the upper room, he took and girded himself and washed feet. Some people's feet need to be washed because their mouth ain't clean and their feet ain't clean.
Either.
Let's go ahead with it.
Oh my God. Look here. Look, I don't know if I say put me in, take me out. Halftime, blow the whistle. I don't know what to say, Bishop. Now that was fire all day long. Because he said after all those years, and I know there's somebody out there today, and we decree and declare that God will give you the courage.
Amen.
Because one of the things that Katie said was the man said, I don't want to try nothing different. So you mean to tell me that you will settle? So you're in the business of settling.
Yeah.
So somebody should say, I'm tired of settling. You settling for rolling over to a person you don't even like. You're settling beneath the expectation that God has for you, as if God is not powerful enough to give you somebody that'll put a smile on your face. When Dr. Jacobs, every time I see him, I'm happy. Every time I talk to him, I'm happy. I don't care if we're eating, playing, intimate, whatever it is, I am enjoying every moment of it. And the day that don't exist, there's a problem. I'm gonna say time out, flag in the play. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they don't make you happy, you need to exit.
We're blowing the whistle. It's time for a timeout, y'all. Y'all, we got to go to commercial, man. But listen, Toya, I see you, man. Pastor Boss, holler at your boy. Yo, your live stream, y'all. We up to 1,000, man. People are coming out. They're hitting it hard.
Come on.
We want to hear what you got to say. Those that are on the line. Let's do this right here. Let's take a caller. And when we come off this caller, we're going to go to commercial. And it's time for Lady to go to work, y'all, because it's getting ready for that. Let's be clear.
Look, Walker, you're on live. You just got put in the locker room in the game. You got 15 seconds. What's your question or comment? Caller, you there? Look, they said, look here, they got their word.
Caller, you are online with Dr. J. I'm going to put you in the game. What's your question or comment? Sandra, you there?
Look, they took a time out themselves.
They praying.
They said, look here, we good. So we getting ready to go to commercial, Doc.
Let's get it, man. Listen, make sure you call in 310-520-5554. Make sure you live stream with us, man. So social media, you hold tight. KJLH fans, man, that's listening by way of radio. We'll be right back.
Thank you for being in the locker room with us today. This is my Let's Be Clear moment to every woman that is listening to our voice. I heard guys say to me, women need to become a DM. And I said, what's a DM? A decision maker. Whenever you're getting ready to make a very important decision, a lot of people, creditors, ask you, who's the DM? Who's the person? Because they don't want to get too engulfed with you unless you're the decision maker. And so I'm saying to every woman out there, you need to become a DM of your life. You need to become the decision maker for your life. Don't let your life be in the hand of somebody else. Don't let the men control you. Don't let the kids control you. Don't let the church folks control you. Become the decision maker of your life. And I encourage that everything in your life will start falling in place. What you say, Lace?
You know what? I am right along with that, being a decision maker. I mean, literally, you're in charge of your own happiness.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people, they get in a relationship, and I don't believe in 50-50. I believe in 100%.
Absolutely.
And that's the only way it's going to work.
Absolutely.
Like, literally. And so they get in and they're trying to make someone happy. They're insecure, trying to make them secure, and it's not going to work.
Guess what? It's a mess, Doc. Look, if you don't make your own decisions and you don't have control, Lace, what you're saying is it becomes a mess. And we decree that people are not living messy lives, but they're living abundant lives. Doc, your phones, they're blowing up again.
You know, I think one of the things that happened, I'm sorry, put me in, coach. I think one of the things that happened, and then this is to the ladies and brothers, I got to hit us with a blow here, is, you know, sisters, stop hooking up with brothers who treat you like you ordinary. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Stop doing that. My thing is right here. Brothers always be saying, she complicated, relationship complicated, she complicated. Let me tell you how that resonates with me and interpret that. What you're saying is, if you're saying she complicated, what you're saying is you're lazy. And you don't have the wherewithal to get up and make the effort it takes to have such a woman in your life. So brothers, get off the pine, get in the game, because if you're going to play this game, it's for grown folks. I'm just saying. So let's go to them callers.
Look, some people saying, put me in, coach. We are going to go live right now. You're on live with Dr. J, the counselor. What's your comment?
Hello?
Yes, you're live. You just got put in the game.
Yeah, hey, don't even worry about it. It's the Brother from Oceanside. First of all, the first comment that I heard about the half a man, the half a woman, it goes both ways. Don't want no half a woman either.
Brother, what's your name? What's your name, sir? What's your name? What's your name?
I'm tall, too.
Tell me your name, sir. Wait, ladies. Wait. Sir, what's your name?
Walker.
I love you, Walker.
Yes,
baby, stand. Talk in the locker room.
Let me tell you, I don't want no dirty panties. I don't want no dirty bras.
Hey, Walker, this Christian radio.
Look here.
And I'm rolling by myself. So if we gonna play the game right, let's do it right.
You know what, Walker? You have made my day. Thank you so much for calling in. Your transparency, I know I'm on Uncensored, Bishop.
Hey, Walker said play fair. That's all he said, is just play fair. Hey, listen, man, Lenitra, girl, I see you. Bonita, holla at your boy, y'all. We got so many amazing people that's online, y'all. So we just want to send some love to y'all,
We send love to them. Mm-hmm. We've got Toya on line 2. Toya, you just got put in the locker room. What's your question or comment?
Please put me in the game.
You in the game, baby. Get in the game.
listen to this. Normally I get on here and I'll be rushing and I forget to make a valid point. So I just need just a couple of seconds extra.
Come on.
First of all, what do you do when 50% is not doable? Because we have so many men who can't give us nothing but 50%. Why? They're incarcerated. They're homosexuals. They're down low. They're on drugs. They can't keep a job. They don't have an education. They're intimidated by your intelligence. And I can go on and on and on.
My God.
When you find a man who can give you 50%, even though I'm a 110% type of bride, sometimes you just got to settle for what you got. And I'm sorry, it is what it is to the women, to the men, to whomever.
Throw the flag. Put me in.
Toya, they trying to get you, girl. They trying to get you. All right, go ahead, ladies. Go ahead.
Toya, if you're dealing with somebody incarcerated on drugs, look, this game is not only for grown folks, but you know, age doesn't constitute maturity. So some people don't need to be on the game. Some people are still on freshman, JV. They ain't on the varsity level yet. God forbid they ain't even got to the pros. So
high five it, girl. High five it.
They need to still be in practice zone. They in practice zone, and you don't need to be out there playing with them boys.
I gotta get in this. Put me in, coach.
You in, coach.
Listen,
You in.
If the only pickings that you have are people on the down low, people incarcerated, drugs, people that are intimidated by your intelligence, then I challenge you. Where are you looking? Why are these the only men that you have to choose from?
Okay.
Isn't that okay?
But that's real. But you know what? Because we talk about what do you attract?
All right,
where does that come from?
So let's translate this thing. So let's use some groceries. Depending on your community, usually the rightful stores that are around you sometimes are discount stores.
Go to a different
You know what I'm saying? Oh, absolutely. But my question of it is, what happens then when the sisters say, okay, I get it. My atmosphere is not producing that. Now, these are women that they change their life. They come to church. You're thinking that you're coming to a better atmosphere. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The MAC game now is, listen, the qualification cannot be if the brother saved. I'm telling you, or if he go to church, you can't stop right there, because I know so many people that's in a relationship with a brother who said, I go to church, or yes, I'm a minister, I'm this and other, and are carrying wounds and are hurt, and absolutely, you know what I'm saying?
Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. I want to say this, and again, Bishop, I speak this literally. As a Christian person, we have to first figure out who we are in God. Then we're going to determine. We have to pray for discernment so that we know who we get in a relationship with. Do we pray before we go date somebody? Do you pray? No, guess what and this is uncensored, Dr. J. What a woman does in some instances is that because she's depending on her to seal the deal. So she's depending on her sexiness and the way she sleep with you, talk to you, cook for you. And then when that don't work, then everybody wants to get upset. How you start something, how you start the game will definitely determine the momentum of how the game is played.
Absolutely. Well, so listen to this. Yvonne Barnes, she said, Pastor Barnes, I see you, baby. She said, you have to say to yourself, why am I attracting these type of spirits in a man? You know, if a man can't be transparent, we're getting hit up all over social media, y'all. But listen, man, let me do this right here. Y'all, we got to put a flag, a timeout. I'm going to take a timeout. Because, y'all, I got a treat in the studio. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me get about 1 or 2 calls out the way. I'm going to get 1 or 2 calls, and then the rest got to hold on. Because my man in the studio, y'all, he a hot producer, got an amazing testimony, and I got to share with you. I got to give you that treat. So all those that are online, KJLH listeners, man, is getting ready to be high. Let's go to those lines.
Caller, you're on live. Sandra, you're on live with Dr. J. You just got put in the locker room. What's your comment?
My comment is know your worth.
Amen.
Know your worth.
Absolutely. Hashtag know your worth. Because at the end of the day, and I'm glad she said that, because at the end of the day, when you know your worth, you will not settle for anything else. Thank you, sis. We got another caller on the line. Troy, you just got put in the locker room. You're on live with Dr. J. What's your comment?
My comment is, just because somebody knocks at your door doesn't mean you have to open it and let them in.
That's true. Some of us need to peep to the people.
You feel where I'm coming from? And
absolutely.
So when you talk about a marriage thing, and it's plain and simple, you're talking about the percentage of divorces that are out there.
Absolutely.
And people have forgotten the basics of it. When you give your word in that church in front of those people and that pastor, and you turn and you look at that woman and you give her your word, it's simple. Keep your word.
I love it. I love it.
It's plain and simple.
He said, go back to the basics.
As I see you, man.
He said, go back to the basics, Doc.
Listen, Lenitra said, listen, selling is not an option. Absolutely. I mean, you go back to the core at the end of the day, but I'm going to tell you something we're going to talk about when we come out of this Black Book, y'all, because the tree is now, what's the difference between, so you're recognizing that you're in this game like this, that they're not keeping their word. So I'm going to say, you know what, I'm going to just do me. What I want to challenge and throw a flag on the play is that there's too many single ministries that's out there that's talking about they're successfully single when they're not. Because what do successfully single mean in the Christian world? Let's talk about it, because guess what? Some of y'all need to lose some toys. Some of y'all need to lose some videos. It's some real stuff that's going down. And yet you get up there and testify and shout, talking about, yeah, I'm successfully single. No. Because if God ain't keeping you and you keeping yourself, you ain't man not be successful single. But hey, who knows? I'm just a coach. So we'll come back to that. But listen, we're going to go to commercial, y'all. And I got a treat tonight, because not only we normally do it via conference call, man, and introduce these amazing people, but this guy right here swung through, y'all, so I'm excited about it. We're gonna go to commercial, and then it's our Black Book time, y'all. Good evening, Faith family. It's your boy on KJLH 102.3, man. Live streaming live. Make sure you go out to our site, man. This is our Black Book. I got the one and only Harmony Samuels, y'all, up in the house. Hot producer, y'all. Now listen, y'all. Now this is what's unique, man. This brother done did stuff with Chris Brown, Sierra, Fantasia, and just a stellar gentleman, a stellar talent, gifted, anointed man. What's going on, guy?
How you doing, sir?
That's good to have. Man, look at that accent. Here you go.
God bless you.
God bless you, man.
Yeah.
One of the questions, man, that everybody hit me up with is wanting to know the fact, because we even watched the video on the site and things like that, and you had such a testimony and experience, and there's so much to be shared. But one of the particular things was in working with all these amazing people. However, some of them are out what we consider in the rather R&B or whatever world. However, you have your faith, you have your heart. How do you maneuver through all that and still remain who you are?
I mean, my job is to be an example. That's it. There's no more to it. I don't have the key. I don't have the answer. I could just be the example of light. I've worked with many people in the music industry whose life has changed through the experience of being in the studio with us.
Absolutely.
Fantasia Barrino, for instance, an amazing singer-songwriter and artist, and has an anointing on her own personal life.
Absolutely.
But at the time when we was doing the Side Effects of You album, which I did 99% of, she was having a very hard time because the world was banging on her, and she was having personal issues. And I remember a particular Wednesday where I had to call my pastor in with us to pray because she was having a breakdown.
Yeah.
In the middle of a recording session while we're trying to complete the album. So that's the experiences we have. Yes, we're not necessarily in church and we're not reading our Bibles, but we're affecting lives and we're causing change. The single that came from that album was Lose to Win.
Yeah.
And which was an incredible record for her. And a lot of people don't realize she actually really lived that story.
Wow.
And we were there to assist her through, so she didn't take her life, because she could have.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
And there were attempts prior to that. So, we're just examples, and we have it hard too, because it's a thin line to walk every day. It's challenging. There are things that I can't assist or I can't allow to be in songs that we create. You understand what I mean? I was like, I can't. I've had to walk away from millions of dollars for that same purpose. You know what I mean? Like, well, why don't you work on this one? Because I already know what that's going to be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So let me not put myself in that position, because I am here for a purpose. I was born in London. You know what I'm saying? By Nigerian parents who were refugees and moved from Nigeria to London to try and better their lives, and they had me, and you know, they struggled. So at the point, and one of the biggest things that kept us as a family was our relationship with God, right? Amen. And the moment I have an opportunity to be something that God had told me since I was a child that was going to be, Miles Monroe had told me when, you know, he mentored me for the 2 years he was around us, that this was going to happen.
Amen.
At the point that I'm here, you can't walk away from it and then change your tone. Like, you can't be like, well, I'm here now, so I'm just going wild out.
Harmony, you know you about to start some church in here. You with the right people.
So listen to this. Let's throw a flag on the plate. But my thing is, when did you find your passion for music? When did you recognize that, man, God, you've placed something in me? And what was the process on that? Was that easy for you? Was you up against anything? How did you get to this point?
So you know, gifts aren't things you learn. Like, I was born with this gift. Like, I know that for a fact because at the age of 4, I was playing the drums in church, in which my parents were looking at me like, who taught him how to play the drums? By the age of 12, I was already playing 5 instruments. But I'm not the only one with that gift. There's many young children who you will see. I saw someone on Instagram today, 4-year-old, playing drums. I was like, that was me so many years ago. So we're all born with the gift. My parents used to say that when they would be in the car and they would turn the music on, I would kick. And then the moment they turn the music off, I'd stop. You know what I mean? That was their way of kind of like communicating with me when I was in her womb. So I believe I was born with it. I gave my life to Christ in my bedroom. I was 12 years old.
Amen.
I didn't even know what that was.
I love it.
Because all I knew is I was in my room listening to worship music consistently. And I would have moments where I was emotional and I would cry, and it would be a conversation. You know what I mean?
Did everybody support you growing up in that?
No way. I mean, they supported my love for God. They support me playing in church. The only time they allowed me to play, so being African parents, it's a strict household. Like, very, very strict household. So it was home, school, and church. Like, you know what I mean? That was your life. And if you had a paper round, you did that. So when I went into music, my father's fear, even though he was a musician, was that he didn't want me to take it professionally. So we had a lot of family fights between me and my father about me doing music. So the only time he allowed me to be in music was in church. Wow. So church became a gift and an extra gift because I ended up developing a strong relationship with God. So the only time I could do music was in church. So where was I going? Every 5 minutes to church just to play the piano and then before you know it. So I had this like utmost interest in who God was.
And then you have this amazing testimony. A lot of people don't know, man, and I want you to share very quickly, is that you actually at one time lost your life.
Yes,
I mean, what was that about?
Well,
because obviously you're still here.
Yeah, let me tell you this thing. Like, firstly, I want you to understand, and I want everybody listening to understand, this is not a flesh situation. Like, everything that happens in the spirit is first, then it happens in the physical. And until we grasp that concept, we will always function in fear. So imagine 2 days before an accident happens, my mother has a dream that one of us, 4 out of 4, I'm the oldest of 4, is gonna be harmed in some way. So she calls us and prays for us every morning.
Amen.
And this particular morning, I was like, Ma, I gotta go. I have a game. And she's like, no, we gotta pray. On the way home, car hits me, boom, 67 miles an hour. I'm dead on the spot. Everyone's run to tell my parents, yo, he's hit. We think he's dead. They already called the ambulance. And I don't know what's taking place. All I remember is me having an out-of-body experience and floating over the accident. And while I'm floating over the accident, I kid you not, the word said, it is not time.
Come on now.
My God.
And then I woke up. And I mean, they already were bagging me.
Sheet over your face.
That's amazing.
They're ready.
Harmony, I'm going to tell you, we get ready to have a part 2.
Because so many times people think people just arrive and
Absolutely,
and
don't know what you've been through
and do not understand the process you've been through. What you working on right now? What you got going on the project?
Miss Janet Jackson just actually finished doing her single "Made for Now" that's out with Daddy Yankee. So that's an incredible achievement, and I'm very honored to be working with such an incredible legend. And also because the song impacts in such a way, you know, she kind of, you know, God doesn't have to speak in.
Absolutely.
You know, Christianity. You know, he'll come to you in a different way.
Absolutely.
And I feel like the messages we have received from this song, it's been a light. You know, people are feeling happy. They're feeling joyous. They're using it as medication to kind of bring themselves from depression. And that's what we're here for. That's what these songs are. So I'm working on Janet. I have my own label. I just put out my first artist, Major. Wow. We did his album, Even More Major. I produced and executive produced that. We did his hit song, Why I Love You, which has been doing incredibly well. And KJLH has been one of the biggest supporters. Stevie Wonder, Tammy, DJ Mosky, ourselves. So, you know, we've been working real hard, and we're working with a bunch of other people, you know, in the music industry.
Harmony, I just want to say this.
Wow.
We're proud of you, brother. Do you understand me? We are proud of you. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day,
that's good, brother, man.
I just said this the other day to someone. I said, one of the things that I admire most about my husband is that no matter where he ever puts his feet on in life, he will always stay true to his God and true to his family. And it matters because you get to decide what that looks like. And it's a trust. God has to trust you. If you are faithful over a little, he will make you ruler over much.
Yes, right.
And so thank you for coming in and being transparent, but thank you for being the example.
Y'all, that's Harmony, y'all. And Harmony, how can people reach you, man? What's your social media?
Hey.
You know, I mean, and these artists out there, how can they connect with you?
Hey, just go on my social media. It's Harmony Samuels across all platforms, and I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, y'all heard it first here, KJLH 102.3. That's Harmony, y'all. Keep praying for him, doing great things. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, too.
Blowing up, y'all still with us. Hot, man, it is time to hear from the Bishop, Lady J. What do people talk about on social media? What they want to know from our Bishop?
Look here, the question that came across for Bishop was, if you are in a relationship and you all are shacking, meaning that you live together, but you're not sleeping together, you're not being intimate, is that a sin? Isn't that amazing? If you're shacking with somebody, Bishop, they want to know if you're living in a household with somebody, but you're not having sex, are you sinning?
Okay, first of all, if you're living in the house with a man and a woman living together and they are not having an affair, they are not sinning. There is no sin. For I can live in a house with anyone. 2 men can live together. 2 women can live together. A man and a woman. The sin is the sexual act. So no, they're not sinning.
David said, "Put me in, Coach."
I agree.
I thought that was an amazing
100%.
question. When I saw that, I was like, I didn't know how you were going to go, but that was my interpretation. So you heard it live from Dr. Jetty Counselor, Bishop Donnie Williams, the word. If you're residing together, but you can have what's called self-control, and you're not crossing boundaries, and you're not being intimate, then you are not sinning.
Yeah, but not only the matter of self-control, it's the matter of respect. It's just a natural respect. If I have respect for anyone, I can live in the home with them without any sin in my life, in that area.
Absolutely.
So yes, that's the answer. Now I can talk about much more, but that's the answer.
That's hot, y'all. I'm gonna tell you something, man. That helped a lot of people. I'm telling you. I mean, like, people going crazy on social media. I'm getting here in my text because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people have been living in condemnation. I mean, you know, and really prejudged because a lot of times you don't even know what's going on in people's house, but they assume because these two people are occupying the same space that this automatically sin there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people have been told that is that word, you're shacking or what have you, you know, and you can imagine how one could be feeling with that and living with that. So.
Put me in, Coach. The lines are locked down. You got followers that's been holding for a minute. And so I'm going to go to line 1. Mo, you are on live with Dr. J. You are in the locker room. What's your comment?
Yes, I wanted to find out if you are in a relationship, how long is it before you get married? Because if God says no fornication, how do you
teach your children, to date, and their boyfriend is not in the Bible?
That's a good question, David. Thank you so much for the call. Listen here, at the end of the day, there's not a time. Different people learn and figure things out because God has a pathway and a purpose for everybody's life that is different. People have to heighten up their prayer life. And the Bible does speak about not being equally yoked. So if your child is dating somebody and they don't know God, then we already know the answer to that, what that looks like and what that outcome is. We've got to clear your lines, Doc, and then we're going to Relationship Uncensored. Tanya, you're on live with Dr. J, the counselor. You just got put in the locker room. What's your comment?
Hi. My question is, is it crazy to fall in love with the representative or the potential of a person?
Okay. Doc, we answered this about 5 weeks ago.
Oh, man. Listen, not only the representative, but even when it comes to potential. So I love challenging people to look at it in the reverse. The question of it is that, okay, if I connect to a person based off their potential, the question is, are you saying, am I loving you for the potential? What happens if I never become that? You know what I'm saying? The truth of it is, I deserve, if my wife or whomever connects to me, love me for me, and believe for the better. We believe in for my potential, everything that God's promised over my life, things of that nature. But so many times in relationships, people feel like one lied to them or there was some discrepancies. However, what you went in with was contingencies. You went in, if you're right, if this, if that. First of all, that ain't love, because this is the thing, and I was going to share this in my Uncensored. God knew exactly what our condition was, and yet he loved us. He didn't do it just off of potential. He said, yet why you slimy, dirty socks, dirty clothes, filthy, you ain't worth it. And he said, but come here, Jesus, get in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus said, put me in, coach.
You know what I'm saying? So the truth of the matter is that I would not connect to somebody off of potential. I wouldn't.
That's good, Doc.
When I met my wife, I loved her for who she was in the now. Now, and the great part about it is when you can grace each other and love each other to take the time and grow, it's a beautiful thing.
But I'm going to say this, which we can ready to go to the next caller. People, define your reality. I hear the woman, something's off with that. So you have to discern where you're going. Caller, you're on live. You just got put in the locker room, Rose. What's your comment?
There's so much I want to say to you, but so much of it you already said. But first, I want to say, first, you have to love yourself. And second of all, we make the mistake of needing somebody else to validate us. If you love yourself and you know what you want and you learn about yourself, then you know what to look for. And if you don't need anybody to validate you, because everything God made is good. So we're awesome already. And you don't need a man or a woman to tell you that you are awesome. And then you shouldn't settle, because why should we settle? We are children of the Most High God, so we shouldn't have to settle. And I tell people, if you have to want to call it settling, or you want to look for something, when you look for somebody, don't look for somebody and try to change them to what you want. What you do is if you meet somebody and you look at that person, whatever flaw you think that person has, if it's a flaw you can't live with, then it's no need of working at it, because they can only change for a little while.
I appreciate her saying, look here, you don't settle out. Doc.
So this is the thing. Well, I mean, I get it. I just think, I'm going to be honest with you. I have to be transparent and be really uncensored. Some of this stuff be unhumane to me. I'm so saddened how we treat each other as human beings. When did we get so deep and so you got it so together that we can judge each other and call each other flaws? I mean, when it's connected to somebody else, first of all, I'm going to just tell you, first of all, I wouldn't sit up there and offer my conversation to somebody who's critiquing me, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Can we not dialogue and listen, you know what you want, I know what I want, things of that nature, but I'm not going to make you feel a certain kind of way because I didn't meet up to you.
So,
you know what I mean? What kind of game are we playing?
So, Doc, this is how this looks. You're absolutely right, and thank you for being raw. We're only going to take caller number 4, which is Tommy. Anybody else calling next week? I have to say, Doc is going to be giving away Maxwell tickets starting next weekend.
It's hot, y'all.
It's going to be hot. So every weekend you can call in and win and go to the hottest concert this year. Dr. J, the counselor, and KJLH 102.3 is going to be giving away tickets on this show. And so we're going to take caller number 4. You're on live with Dr. J, the counselor. What's your comment?
I was just listening to the young lady who called in earlier and was speaking about who that she attracts. And first of all, when she said this broad, and she got to stop disrespecting herself. And that was my comment. You know, you have to respect yourself in order to get respect. So saying this broad, you know, she's not a broad. God made queens.
I know that's right.
Queen, you know.
And this brother stood on the on hold for 15 minutes to get that message out. We're getting ready to have Dr. J Uncensored, Relationship Uncensored, and then we are going to be right back.
So this is your boy, Dr. J, KJLH 102.3. This is my Relationship Uncensored. You know, I found out, man, that it's not really hard to find somebody to tell you that they love you. It's just hard to find somebody that's committed to it. You know what I'm saying? So my Relationship Uncensored tonight is very short. I don't like the way we're treating love. I don't love. We make love seem so ignorant. Do you know love has a high IQ? It does. We've done such a disservice to it. We've done such a disservice to it that people cringe when they hear it. They question it. And love should not be questioned. Or have you? God, he said, I so love you. I so love you that I sent my only begotten son. But guess what? God was intelligent enough, that he knew exactly what was going down. But he knew that love would resolve it all. All I'm simply saying to you is, please, on my uncensored, love is not dumb. It's not. Love ain't curious. It ain't questioning. It ain't, I don't know. It ain't indecisive. Love knows exactly what it's doing.
It's intentional.
And love, baby, has its own whistle, and it will call the play in a minute. So stop playing and make a decision and love each other for real, all right?
Doc, I have nothing to say, because at the end of the day, what you just said is that what we're calling love isn't really love at all. And so I love it. Doc, it's about that time.
Well, listen, man, Bishop, holla at your people.
Hey, I want to say, first of all, to my lovely sweetheart, my girlfriend, the young lady that I married, that I call my wife, that is my best friend. That is Pastor Valerie. I just want to shout out how much I love you. Family Church, I love you, to all of the members thereof. And also all the way to Tampa, Dr. House.
PhDT, what's up?
Look, we went in today in Tampa, Doc. Look, I just want to say what a blessing it's been today. There is nothing. The Bible says if one is going to worship me, then that person must worship me in the spirit and in truth. I love coming into the locker room with you, where we absolutely operate in the spirit of truth.
And we rolling with our girl Lacey here. Close us out tonight, Lacey.
I would just like to say, if you're in the locker room, you're in the locker room of your relationship, just be mindful. God gave you a helpmate. And if they are sharing information to help you, don't like or take their advice when it's convenient for you. Be willing to accept it when it's going to cause you to have to make some changes.
That's good.
This is your boy, Dr. J, of course, KJLH 102.3. Thank you, family. And, of course, our live stream family, Femme for TV. Holla at your boy. Make sure you go to 66866 on the 66866. Text Meet Dr. J. Connect with your boy. Follow us every Sunday, 8. Our girl Lacey's going to be here. We're going to be in Maui, y'all. Love you guys. Love who you with. Love your God. And, of course, love yourself. Holla at your boy.
Moving